We'll see.
So we got something like YouTube.
We'll see if
Hello,
you guys come
YouTube.
on. Sorry.
Okay, sorry, YouTube.
Technical difficulties. All right, I am
able-
here now.
We were able to get on Instagram on time. Well, kind of on
Kind
time.
of on time.
But then
I think
YouTube
you guys
got
already
a little,
kind of talking
little
away
behind.
at ATI Study Tips. For those just joining, like me, I am just joining.
Yeah.
Welcome.
He was troubleshooting.
What is our topic today?
We were talking about how to pass ATI exams.
ATI exams, all right.
ATI Study Tips. Let's call it Study Tips. We're going to give you all the tips
ATI
here.
Study Tips, everyone.
But right now on Instagram, we're kind of jamming on what to do if you fail an exam. But we're obviously, the moral of the story is don't give up and keep going. Right?
Just keep swimming.
Yeah, so it's passing the class, but bomb that ATI Fundamentals Proctor exam. I just dislike ATI. It doesn't help. Yeah. Well, ATI, yes. So ATI, like you said, Blue Eyes, it's all about the tests, right? ATI. So in your ATI program, you'll have, kind of a mix of online stuff. You'll have a mix of books and then practice questions. Online, practice stuff, modules you need to go through, right? And so it's tough, like you said. If you struggle with test taking, being in an ATI program, being in nursing school will be a challenge, right? So actually, I should mention that inside our Nursing SOS membership community, if you are a member, I know I saw some members on here joining. I don't think you guys have commented yet. So if you're a member, feel free to comment if you would like.
And while you're at it, I know you asked Instagram, but for YouTube, YouTube, who's in an ATI program versus who's in a HESI? I think most people on Instagram are on ATI already, right? So on YouTube, ATI or HESI, and do you guys have any ATI questions while we're at it?
Yes.
All right.
So inside the Nursing SOS membership community, we have a whole video for you with test taking hacks. So they are kind of strategies. So these are a whole list of types of questions that you will get asked on a nursing school exam, on an ATI exam, on a HESI exam. And there are particular ways that those questions are worded that can help you figure out what the correct answer is, even if you don't really know what the correct answer is. You follow me? So if you are not really sure about, what the correct answer is, you can use some of those test taking strategies that we have inside the Nursing SOS membership community and then apply those to get the question correct. So it's really, really nice. So if you're a member, Blue Eyes, I actually didn't know that. I didn't see your picture. Yay! Congratulations. Exciting. I'm excited to help you out with ATI. Yep. So in YouTube, ATI or HESI, where are you at? Because I don't think anybody on Instagram posted that they were a HESI. Anybody?
Anyone HESI?
Anyone?
Is there anything else? Are those the only two? Are there any others?
Well, actually, we did have someone comment a few weeks ago who was taking using Kaplan or UWorld for their actual school, which is really unique. I've actually never heard of that before. So ATI and HESI, those are the most common, right? Is anyone here on UWorld or Kaplan for their school? Leticia, I know you're on the wait list. So actually, announcement, friends.
Oh, okay, announcement.
We
were gonna. I think I was gonna mention this when we were live last time,
but we totally forgot.
But we ran out of time, and there was a baby. So
yeah,
we do have an announcement, and the announcement is big. Do you want to say it?
The Nursing SOS membership community is going to be opening for enrollment on Sunday. So Leticia,
Day.
Stay tuned.
Yes. So if
check your email.
If you're not on our lists yet, either the VIP waitlist or just on our email list, be sure to get on it because membership is opening on Sunday. Yep. Yay.
So check your email on Sunday.
We have a HESI. Melissa.
Melissa.
Melissa uses HESI.
Hi, Melissa.
I think you are
Good to
in
see
the
you.
minority right now because everyone on Instagram world is
I don't
on
think
ATI.
anybody on Instagram has said that they are in
Mhm,
HESI. Everyone has
mhm.
said that they are an ATI program. Hey, so
Oh, another one. All right, Stella. School uses HESI. All right.
hi, Stella.
See, so I think that's
Yay.
what happens. Instagram people uses
Oh.
ATI and YouTube uses HESI.
Okay, friends. Secret. Okay, we only have a few people on Instagram. We only have a few people on YouTube right now. So I'm going to tell you a secret, okay? If you join the Nursing SOS membership community this time, you really should because we have a lot of things coming. We cannot talk about it right now, but I'm telling you, you want to get in now.
Christina always likes spilling the beans
I like
before
to
she can
whisper.
spill the beans.
Oh,
So
I want people to know that this is the best time to join. Wink, wink.
yeah,
nudge,
I think
nudge.
that genuinely there are a lot of moving pieces, and if there's a time to join, this would probably be the time to join right now.
This would be the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
On Sunday, it will
And
be opening it up.
Actually, Leticia, if you join, when you join on Sunday, can you please DM me because I have a question for you when you join? Okay, please, please, please.
All right.
I have some things to chat with you about. All right.
All right. Now we have Gabby and Julie as ATI. So
yay! Okay,
all right,
so
cool.
well, we only have 2 HESI people.
Do you guys
like
have any
20
ATI
people.
questions or HESI questions
Yes,
for Melissa
so,
and Stella?
With ATI, like I was saying before, like ATI and HESI, the biggest frustration, I want to say, the hardest part about it is because it is a test bank, and you never know what's going to come down the pike.
Pipe. It's the pipe. Well, it's
The
coming
pipe.
down the pipe. Yeah.
Coming down the pipe?
Yep.
Or the pike?
Yeah.
Isn't pike like a race car thing?
I guess it could
Like
be
a pike?
coming in on the pipe. I always heard it coming down the pipe because stuff comes down a pipe. But
like spiders? Like the itsy bitsy
like
kind?
water? I don't know.
That's funny.
All right, side question, guys. Is it things coming down the pike or things coming down the pipe?
Pipe.
Or is there another saying that you say
Are we
for
totally
when
wrong?
things coming soon?
Yeah. Oh, good job. I'm excited. Okay, Stella, so excited to have you inside the membership community when you join on Sunday. Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of you are on the VIP list. Yay.
And also another question, do you prefer the VIP list over the wait list? We changed the name a little while ago, and I'm curious. VIP, I think people
VIP
resonate
list,
with
yeah.
VIP more. So
Pipe. Okay, everyone says
pipe.
pipe.
Pipe
Leticia
100%.
says pipe too.
See, it is a pipe.
Well,
Half
can
pipe.
I just have a nuance about me and say pike, because I think that's how I've been saying it my entire life. And you get to a point in life where you're like, I'm pretty sure everything I thought I knew was incorrect.
Do you guys ever have that moment with songs where like you're singing a song and then like you look up the lyrics and it's nowhere close to what you've been singing?
Not right.
Like what was one, the Taylor Swift one where she's grabbing a Starbucks but it's not Starbucks at all?
Well,
Or
there's
what is
that
it?
like TikTok going around where it's all like the what is it? I don't know. It's a compilation of songs that sound like something else.
Oh
but,
yes,
but right,
yeah,
right?
with the guy like underneath his bed.
Yeah, or like with Cheetos or something. I don't know. There's
Yes.
a bunch of songs that just like sound like something else. Like the lyrics do not sound like, it just doesn't. I don't hear what
I want to know. I want to know from you guys. What's the one lyric that you keep singing?
Everyone keeps saying pipe.
That
Bummer.
is not the right lyrics at all, but you're gonna stick with it. You're gonna stick with it.
P.S. Leticia, was it you that was talking to me about jazz hands and spirit fingers? Because I was totally thinking about. I was like, these are not spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers. I was just thinking about it today. Oh, that was funny. Anyway,
Okay.
friends, this is what you can expect from us on Mondays and Wednesdays.
We've landed
at
on
7
pipe.
o'clock.
You're gonna use pike.
I'm
All
gonna use
right.
Pike. It's fine. You can bet on the spirit fingers when we are live. Ah, good times.
Yes.
Okay. ATI.
Back to ATI? All right.
Back to ATI.
Back to ATI, guys.
So
Or HESI. Any HESI questions
or
too?
HESI.
You were HESI, right?
I was HESI.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. So what I did and what I have heard from students, so HESI and ATI are very, very similar. They like I said, it's just a test bank of questions. It's a program. It's basically a curriculum that your school will use to help you prepare for the NCLEX, and they're very good at it. So first thing I should say about it is that if you are in an ATI or HESI program, like most of you are, don't freak yourself out for the NCLEX, because if you have done fairly well on ATI and HESI, you will do well on the NCLEX. You really don't need to worry. So that's the first thing I want to say. Good news and bad news. So that's the good news. The bad news is that ATI and HESI have a reputation of being really challenging, as you know, because it is a test bank of questions. So you never know what's coming. They can test you on anything, just like the NCLEX can. I got a question from a member the last week, I think, and she was asking what medications you need to know for the NCLEX.
Oh, yes. I saw that come through.
And
Yeah.
the answer is they can throw anything at you, unfortunately. Anything in here, like any medication in the world, they can throw at you technically. So that is super unfortunate. Now, they don't, though, usually. Like in practice, they don't do that. So you will still most likely be tested on in your, ATI HESI classes or on the NCLEX on the most common medications that you will see and give as a nurse. So actually, we were having that discussion last week inside the membership community because we have our whole medication database. And so that medication database, we have over like 120 meds for you, videos to go through to help you learn them faster. So we have a very specific way of studying pharmacology inside the Nursing SOS membership community. We walk you through it, how to study pharmacology. It's the best way to study pharm. And then we also have our medication database in there with over 120 meds, like I said. So we walk you through all the meds, the key things you need to know for them for your exams to pass your exams. It's so helpful. So those are really the meds you're going to want to focus on.
Yeah, obviously
the ones
there
inside the
are
community.
more than 120 meds out there in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
lot more.
There's a gazillion. And this isn't, like the difference between this edition and like the newest edition is pretty massive too. It's crazy.
But even though there are, the ones that we have in our membership community are the most common, most likely. So even though you are using ATI and or HESI probably not ATI or HESI.
If you're in both,
yeah,
like you have like
is
an ATI
possible?
exam one week and a HESI exam the next week, no, that would be bad.
Even though technically, since they are all like how do you call it? Like when there's a pre-selected, like a test bank. Yeah. So even though there's that, and technically they can pick any med out there, the 120 that we, or over 120, or those main meds are the ones that to focus on for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. This Navy mom, hello. Thank you for your service. So that's really the first thing I want to say about ATI and HESI, good news and bad news. Now, the good news is, the second part of the good news is that you can use some very distinct study strategies for ATI and HESI that don't necessarily apply to other things. So the first one is that you will want to focus your study time on, well, of course, like we always say, reading the sections of the book that your instructors talk about in class. That will really help you focus your study time. So if you do that, that's the content really that you, that's most important for you to know, and therefore is what you're more likely to be tested on. So there's that. And then also, I hear this again and again and again from nursing students that oftentimes they will skip the practice questions for ATI and then they don't do well on the exam because I have heard, this is a rumor, but I think it's true, that the questions and the practice test are very similar or exactly the same as the questions you will get on the actual exam. So what I often hear from nursing students when they start ATI, they say, I'm not going to do the practice questions because it feels like busy work. My friend, I'm here to tell you, I have heard it from so many students. It is not busy work. Do the practice questions.
Do not skip out on practice questions.
Do not skip out on practice questions. And practice questions are good anyway because not only do they help you learn the content more, especially if you read the rationale, but they will help you get into the mindset that you need to be in for answering those types of questions, right? You'll just get used to how those questions are asked. You know, things like that. You'll get used to how they ask the questions, how they're worded, you know, how to answer them, how not to answer them. You know, you kind of learn as you go. You know, you learn as you do more and more practice questions. You get used to them more.
And that's the same, not just with ATI and HESI. That's why we also recommend doing a lot of practice for the NCLEX and just doing a lot of practice questions, because half of it is, yes, testing your knowledge, but half of it is really getting used to the questioning, how they ask, and all of that. So definitely do not skip out on the practice questions. And the other part of that too, is, which is really cool, is the rationales, right?
Yes, do the rationales.
Yeah,
Yes.
go through that, and that will help with your critical thinking. It will help expand your thought about each question and each topic, for sure.
Yep, make sure that you do the practice questions and go through the rationales. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm being kicked in the tummy by a baby who is outside my body. Just bouncing him here. Bouncing the baby. Okay, friends, did you guys have questions on
any
ATI?
questions, or does that make sense? Or
that's just really funny. Lab quizzes. Hey, that's a good question. Do you have lab quizzes in ATI?
Oh, Rebecca uses HESI. Did you have lab quizzes in HESI?
No, not in HESI. No. Yeah. I mean, lab quizzes are just
just lab quizzes.
Yeah, lab quizzes. How did I study for lab quizzes? Practice. I mean, basically, if I remember back from my lab quizzes that were like on paper, right? That's what you're talking about. You're not talking about skills checkoffs, are you? You're talking about lab quizzes. So like on paper or on a computer, maybe. Those, for us at least, were still skills based. So, just knowing the skill. Just knowing the skill and basically knowing it inside and out, right? And then if you know it inside and out and you can do it, then if they test you about it on paper, like if you have to take a written exam about that skill, you'll know it enough. That's really, I think, the key. We had some lab skills quizzes for like IVs, piggybacks, I think wound care too. I had a lab quiz. Yeah, packing a wound. Yeah, kind of those things, like the big ones we had. And then of course documentation. That was a big one of writing. You know, they had us write out a whole narrative charting. That was part of our skills checkoff. So, yep. Do you guys have any ATI or HESI tips for other students? I'd be really curious to see. And we should talk about this inside the membership community. So Blue Eyes, remind me. Yeah, let's talk about it. And actually all y'all that are joining the membership community when it opens this weekend. So yes, it's opening on Sunday. So all of you guys who are joining on Sunday, first off, welcome, future welcome. And then next week we should talk about that. We should definitely talk about, maybe we compile like a whole list of ATI study tips from all of our members.
Yeah, I am curious if
really
you guys
cool.
have any of your going through HESI or going through ATI, if you guys have any tips that you found helpful. Like we said, we've heard from a lot of people about the whole practice questions and how they are related to the test questions. So yeah, that came from other students. So definitely,
Yes, it did.
what are some tips that you have or that you've found helpful for yourself?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Oh man.
Gerard, yes, joined in the last
Hello.
open. Awesome,
Hooray.
awesome,
Are
awesome.
you an ATI or HESI? No, I'm curious. Baby's asleep.
Okay, cool.
Should I set it
There you go.
again?
Yeah, you can try
Okay.
setting him now and see what happens. See what happens. Might wake up again. We'll see.
Oh, he's awake. Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah. So let's see. What other tips do we have? Do you guys have?
think-
Oh, Gerard, you're ATI. Awesome.
Yeah, see,
Awesome.
okay, I was thinking before we came on here,
Yes.
what is the split in nursing school?
I don't know.
Like, is it like like 80%? It kind of feels like 70% of nursing students are in either an ATI or HESI program. Would you say that?
Yeah, I feel like the majority is definitely ATI.
It's definitely a lot more than when I was in nursing school.
Yeah, and I feel that that has shifted. Like
And-
it used to be more equal, or there were a lot of HESIs actually, but
And
then
when
now,
when we were live, like when
Mhm.
we started doing lives like back 2 years ago,
Mhm.
people were saying more HESI, but now ATI seems to be kind of taken over. It's kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
So yeah, I'm curious about that. How many people are in ATI versus HESI?
Mhm.
And I'm also curious. Is it like a geographical location based thing? So
Oh, that's a good
something that we
question.
ask. Where are you guys joining in from? And maybe we can figure this out. Let's
Oh, yeah.
Sherlock Holmes this.
Sherlock
Uh,
Holmes. This. That's
So,
great.
Yeah, where are you guys located? Oh, we like to ask this because we like saying hi to everyone, no matter where you guys are.
Yes, Davis's Q&A success series. Yes, Alexis, I have that book. I have one of them. I have their like NCLEX prep book, and that one's really good because the rationales are really nice, right? They tell you why the answer is right, but then they also tell you why all the other answers is wrong, which is really nice.
Yeah, we like that,
Tabby.
the fact that the rationales include the wrong part too. That's really cool.
Because it's sometimes not really helpful to know, okay, well, like, great, I know why that correct answer is right, but I would really like to know why the answer I selected is wrong. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Tabby, where are you located? So you use ATI.
Let's see, ATI Oklahoma,
Melissa,
Rapid City, South Dakota.
So,
awesome.
Melissa,
ATI Virginia.
Yeah, Melissa's on HESI. So, South Dakota, we're almost neighbors.
So yeah, I was just, the reason I throw that out is SAT versus what's the other one? What's the other standardized test just for
HESI,
normal
Virginia.
just for normal college SATs and
The ACT?
the ACT.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that was more location based, but maybe I'm just thinking.
No, I think
things.
that's like depending on what school you're going into.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So two
So
people
Stella,
from Virginia.
Yep. Stella, you're a
There you
HESI and you're Virginia, and we have a Virginia ATI. So
Yeah.
okay. Oh, Leticia ACT. Yeah. So
Hey, Leticia, did you say where you are?
ATI South Carolina.
Where you
All
at?
right.
ATI South Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. So Oh, South Dakota.
So Melissa, are you?
Melissa's
oh,
at
you're
HESI.
HESI. Okay. All right.
Yeah, ATI South Carolina. Anyone on the West Coast?
The best coast.
The West Coast is the best coast. That's funny.
They only say that because it
Connecticut?
rhymes.
Okay.
The East Coast is the. I don't know what rhymes with East.
East? The least coast?
Is the
Does
least
anyone
coast.
say that? The West Coast is the best coast, and the East Coast is the least coast. That doesn't sound very nice.
ATI Texas. All right. We have only used ATI for the first 8 weeks of school, and for the rest of the semester, we only have 2 practice tests left. Is that common?
Yeah, that can be. It depends on how. Okay, so here's the thing with ATI and HESI. Like your school buys it, right? Like your school purchases ATI or HESI, and then it depends on whatever part of the the ATI, the ATI HESI stuff that they want to use. That's what, whatever. I'm assuming like the
They're
package they
cheapskates.
buy.
They only got enough for your first 8 weeks of school. That's all they can afford.
So it's something like that. So like for my school, we had the exit HESI. So we actually didn't have the HESI the whole way through. So yeah, and so yeah, Eileen, yeah, it's similar, similar. EMAD, hello. Yes, I am a nurse.
I am not a nurse.
There you go.
There.
There's
So
your answer.
half of us are a nurse.
By the way, we are married because people ask weird questions.
That does go around
weird questions
quite a few
about,
times.
are you related somehow? Are you neighbors? You could say neighbors, but not really. Killer for 8 weeks.
Yep.
So much information. Well, yeah. I wish I could say that that's an ATI HESI problem. It's not. It's a nursing school thing. It's not going to get better.
A lot of information.
Hey, yeah, actually, Nicole. So if you guys are a member, a lot of you guys are joining the membership community on Sunday. Yay!
Yes.
You will meet Nicole. She's our lead nurse. And so Nicole and I actually do weekly coaching calls inside our membership community. So we actually just talked about that today, Eileen. It's just, it doesn't get better. The amount of information that you have to know in nursing school, it doesn't get better. You just get more capable of handling it.
Oh, okay. Just really more capable. That was not where I was going to go with that. You just get more numb to it? Is that what happens?
Get more numb to it. Oh, no. Maybe a little bit of that, too. Like, it's the thing is that you expand your capacity to handle the amount of work that is given to you. Mm-hmm. It's like,
it's a muscle, isn't it?
Your
brain's a muscle, right?
Today. It's so funny. Yeah.
It needs a little exercise once in a while.
It's like you get like an extra care plan assigned to you one random day during the week, and you're like, what else is new? I have 1,000 other things to do. Why not add another one? It's just kind of how it is. Oh man. We have the exit HESI, I guess, level 1, and for nursing fundamental class, we're going to have HESI exit exam right before the final exam, and just 5% of total score. That's pretty common. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's pretty common. But the thing about ATI and HESI that is nice is that nursing content doesn't change. And I think this is a really big mindset thing that maybe nursing students get caught up in a lot, is like the NCLEX is changing, right? Or you're in an ATI and HESI program and they're doing something with it. It's like, it's changing somehow, or how your school is using it is changing somehow. The good thing to always remember, friends, okay, always remember this, is that nursing content doesn't change. They can't just say suddenly that the pathophysiology of heart failure isn't the pathophysiology of heart failure, unless we discover something new. That stuff doesn't change.
Another chamber of the heart.
How the body works does not change. So, it's just, that's how it is. So nursing content is nursing content. You're going to be tested on that nursing content. Now with ATI, with HESI, you just have to work on applying that nursing content, right? Mm-hmm. That's really the biggest part. So you have to learn it first, and then you have to apply it when you go take your HESI or your ATI exam. Does that make sense? I hope that helps to calm the nerves a little bit.
Pretty Pink. Hello, my first time watching. Hey, you guys live. You always watch a replay. Awesome.
Thanks.
Are we as funny the second time around? I'm curious.
Are we as funny Are we as funny on the replay? Hey, you guys tell us, are we as funny as we think we are?
Yeah. That's the real question. Is, are we actually really funny at all? I have a med-surg final ATI coming Do you have any advice or suggestions? Scared of the test? I'm from Florida. All right, so we have a Florida ATI. We're trying to figure out whether there's a location to this madness of ATI versus HESI. I don't think there is. I think that was my theory that has not been proved right. So.
Oh, she says we're funny on the replay. Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, by the way, if you didn't see the live where we talked about the duck song, you should definitely go watch the duck song. What's it called? It's called the duck song.
The duck song, yeah.
It's called the duck song.
There are multiple parts. I think you don't need to watch the rest of the parts, just the duck song, the original. How long did it say? It's like posted 10 years ago when you look it up.
And it has like 500,000 some views, and
it's pretty cool.
It's worth oh no, like million views. Yeah, like 500 million views, and it's worth every bit of those 500 million views.
So that's our advice and suggestions for ATI go watch the duck song.
Because it will brighten your day, my friends.
Definitely.
It will brighten your day.
Will brighten your day.
Good song. I'll go look for it. Okay. I'm glad.
So yeah, we did talk about some ATI tips already.
Yeah.
Any high level stuff too?
Well, I do want to mention that inside the Nursing SOS membership community, we have our study system. So our nursing school study system is inside the membership community, and it has a whole breakdown on what to do when you're in an ATI or HESI program. It also walks you through step by step how to study regardless of what your school uses. Mm-hmm. So,
yep. Amy, I passed my ATI the first time. Know your cranial nerves.
Woo! Yes.
Yeah. Anyone else have any other tips?
Yes.
Also, ATI
tips.
or HESI tips.
Send us your ATI.
Know your
HESI
cranial
tips.
nerves.
I think we're going to talk about that. I think I'm going to post actually in the membership, and get people's opinions on that. Yeah. So yeah.
I guess probably really the one that we talked about a lot too is definitely do not skip the practice questions.
Nope, do not skip them.
Do not skip the practice questions. Do not skip looking at the rationales.
Oh, Amy says know the hormones too. For everything. I mean, that is everything, Amy. I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because not only for, well, I mean, depends on what you're studying. Like topic's the word. Mm-hmm. If you're studying like endocrine, obviously know your hormones, but also if you're studying like renal, right? Like you have to know hormones for the renal system. It's really interesting. Like you have like reproductive, like you always know your hormones. Okay. That is huge. I'm really glad that you mentioned that. I should probably talk about that more, because yes, it is highly be prepared for everything. I like your upside down smiley face too. That's cute. I like it.
And actually, now I have that Lion King song stuck in my head. Thanks a lot.
What Lion King song?
Be prepared. Okay, that's another song to look up then. Be prepared. Be prepared. Yeah.
Christina doesn't know that
song. Oh, all right. We're going to watch that right after this.
I can't think of it. I can't share that with you. I'm sorry.
Lion King, be prepared.
Okay, friends. Well, yes. Membership community opening on Sunday. Super excited to have you. And I know you guys, a lot of you are on the VIP list.
If you haven't yet, go ahead and join the VIP list so you are reminded when it does open.
Yes.
NursingSchoolOfSuccess.com/join.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and pop it down below here.
/join. And you will absolutely want to jump in there. Actually, if you follow along on Instagram, I will be posting some like answers to your questions, because we get questions about it all the time. So I wanted to post those on my stories just so everyone has them. I'll probably make it a highlight too. Highlights. I'm not good with the highlights. If you go to my Instagram page, you'll be like, yeah, she's not good with the highlights. No, I have to redo them. I mean, because I just don't update those things. But I will. That is my goal. So yes, glad to help y'all out with HESI and ATI things. Actually, oh yeah, and if you have a topic for next week, I'm thinking that next week I want to talk about NCLEX questions, and I want to talk about pharmacology. Does that sound good?
Okay. Let us know whether you want to know more about
the
NCLEX and the farms.
Yeah, NCLEX questions and pharmacology. I think those are the two things I want to talk about next week.
And she's saying too, because we go live Mondays and Wednesdays. We are making that a fish.
A fish. We're making it a fish. A fish.
We're making it a fish.
Yeah. Fish. Yes. So I
Mondays
think,
and Wednesdays.
I think we'll talk about NCLEX questions and pharmacology next week. I think. So if you guys have any other topics that you would like to jam on next week, tell me. I will get maybe a schedule. Maybe we'll get a schedule.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
That would be nice. So you guys can see actually like what's coming, right? Would you like a calendar? Maybe we'll put it in the membership community.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that might be a good idea.
Yeah. So members will like have first dibs on what we talk about.
The inside track on what's going on. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Okay, friends. Well, we will see you on Monday.
Monday's day.
Right? And Monday. So we have our normal YouTube video that will be going up. And then on Monday night, we will be back for another live with you. So we'll be talking about pharmacology. And then we'll talk about NCLEX questions, like how to answer NCLEX style questions. We'll talk about those two things next week. Yes.
Sounds all right. Good.
We'll see you later, friends.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. NCLEX questions and pharmacology.